So, hello, this is a very tricky creation or variation of the fast Autobahn-scratch, and in fact we displace the crossfader sequences, the order of crossfader sequences. We play exactly the same record motion pattern like the fast Autobahn-scratch, and we obtain, because of the displacement of the sequence of the crossfader motion, a completely new sound characteristic, and this is really dope, I think. We look at first at the video, and in slow motion the practical conversion goes like this. So, and you saw this right now. I play the last record motion, the E-tone, like a reverse one-click flare, and this is very important for this technique, because when we see right now the now following video twice as fast, you hear the really tricky sound characteristic. Yeah, this is really dope, I think. Once again. And this sounds like out of space. Okay, so step by step. At first, the record motion pattern is, like I said, the same like the fast Autobahn-scratch. That means we start with a noted tone, then step, so a note, then another noted tone, then step, a note, and from this positioning we move the record to the start point, so we pull the record back and it goes like this. Okay, this is the record motion sequence. Now we came to the crossfader performance, and this is the difference to the original pattern. So this will be clear when we compare now on the left side the original pattern of the fast Autobahn-scratch with, on the right side, the notational breakdown of the new variation. So what can we glean from this? We see over the staff a different sequence of crossfader motions. That means we start at variation 1 with a uppercase letter D with a little bar. This symbol stands for closing. So we start at the new variation with the open fader. This is very important. And in opposite to the original pattern of the fast Autobahn, we start here with a uppercase letter C with a little bar, and this stands for opening. Yeah? So that means we can say at the original pattern of the fast Autobahn-scratch, we start with a closed fader, and then we open parallel to the first record motion, and at the new variation we start with the open fader and we close the fader parallel to the first record motion, because the first crossfader sequence of the variation 1 is normally the second sequence of the original pattern. And then when we see lowercase letter c, uppercase letter C with a little bar, this is exactly the same order which we play in the conventional way further. Okay? This is the idea. Really simple. The phonetic result is completely different to the original pattern. I will show the two sequences at the end of this tutorial for comparison. And now, step by step, we look at the crossfader sequence, the new crossfader sequence. That means, like I said a short while ago, we start with the open fader, and our first motion is zack, closing. Okay, then follows transformer click, then follows open, then follows once again closing, Dutch, then transformer click once again, opening. And now the last crossfader sequence, this is very interesting, is, like I said at the beginning, for a reverse one-click flare, that means we close and open the fader at the ending. Like this. Okay. It's better to understand when we see the practical conversion in combination with the record motion. That means our fader is open, and now the first note and we close the fader. Then E-tone and we play a transformer click. Then another note and we open the fader. So, and this is basically the same beginning, the same 3 record motions like at the boomerang pattern, okay? But now we came to the difference. That means after our third sequence, we are here at the vinyl. On this positioning, the fader is open, and now we play another note and we close the fader. Like this. Then we move the record in the same speed and duration back, so in shape of an E-tone, and we play a transformer click. Then another note and we open the fader. And now it's very tricky because from this positioning here on the vinyl, our fader is open. We move the record back to the start point and we incorporate the one-click sequence on the crossfader. That means we set a cut point in the middle of the now following E-tone, and it goes like this. Okay, so this is really dope when you play it continuative and faster. Once again, the single stages of this performance I show with my mouse pointer inside the notation indication, the respective symbols. Let's go. And the last is very interesting. The last record mode. So the reverse pattern is also interesting. We play exactly the same crossfader sequence, but right now in combination with the mirror fashion of the record motion. That means we start with the E-tone and we close the fader. Then a note, transformer click. E-tone, we open the fader. Then our additional step in this variation, another E-tone in fact, and we close the fader. Then a note and we open the fader. A transformer click, and fader's now open, and our one-click flare performance, but right now it's a forward stroke, and it goes like this. Yeah? Okay, so finally the comparison between the original pattern of the slow Autobahn and then the new variation. And our new variation . Once again, the new variation. So this is a really dope pattern. I hope you send me some video replies with this performance, and yeah, bye bye Alex.